And hello, good evening.
Hello, how are we all?
Oh, we always expect them to answer back, and then I know that's not really how it works. Isn't it?
We should get a recording of them going. We're fine.
Well, that's okay. Then we can go. We've done our bit. Good evening, Rob. Nice for you to join us all the way from YouTube.
Hey, Rob.
So you haven't seen us before. My name's Jamie, and this is...
I'm Sophie from Colours and Fires.
Yes, I don't have any colours. I don't have any fires. I have a glass of wine and a virus. I don't have or need anything else. How has your day been today, Sophie?
Today's actually been a bit of a mixture of a day. I got up this morning with all the intentions of doing all of the things. And then I think it was about 1 o'clock. I was like, well, I should probably have a shower now and kind of start doing all the things. So I went and got my car washed. Which was,
can we do that now?
Essential. It's essential to keep your car clean.
I never knew you could clean them.
It was just a drive-through. So it was just like a drive-by cleaning. But clearly there was lots of people had the same idea because it was absolutely rammed. So it was a little bit of a wait, and then I went and had the joys of going to Sainsbury's to do some food shopping. So I managed to get out for a little bit. But yeah, and then the rest of it was back here trying to tidy up the flat. I've got some new shelves that have finally arrived. I only ordered them at the beginning of... Oh, sorry, excuse me. That was me buzzing and binging there.
Was that your Tinder or my Grindr? I don't know.
No, it was just my Facebook. I don't do those nasty things. So yeah, I ordered them in like early February, and they arrived the other day. So I thought, right, now is the time I can put all the crap that's on the floor and put them all away nicely in the shelves and things. So I filled up shelves to realise that my floor is still full. So it's like, right, okay, whoops. So I've had a very slow burner kind of start to the day, and then managed to get myself kind of sorted in gear and what have you, and then obviously set up the studio for tonight in a nick of time of just to come on and say hello to. I was saying hello to all you wonderful people. So hi, we've already said hi to Rob, but hi Rob again, hi Brendan, hi Darren. So if you're watching, please put a chat message on there for a little shout out. They don't cost anything, so it'd be lovely to see you engaging with us.
Yes, I'd love to be engaged. I obviously had an early night last night. Wasn't feeling so great. But still woke up. Mano was saying last night on the couch, because you need to go to bed. You just don't. You look wiped out. I still got up at 7 o'clock, which is really, really annoying. And I had so many things I wanted to do today. And all I managed to do, we went to B&M. Other cheap shops are available. Wish we hadn't, because I won over in West Reading. The queue to get in was just stupid. And then to queue and get served. In the end, we pushed in front of someone because I'm an NHS worker, I've decided.
Oh, my goodness.
Hang
on. So you used that privilege to jump the queue of the vaccine, and now you jump the queue in the shops.
I didn't. I cancelled my appointment for tomorrow so I can go for my GP one next week. But no, all I did was sit there going, oh, I'm so glad I'm not on the ward today. And then just pushed in. And that's how I did it. Because I did need some landscape bark. And what else did we buy? Oh, we bought these poles to make new grapevine frames from the allotment. And then glorious sunshine today. Wasn't it? It was beautiful. So all down the allotment, it was lovely.
The weather was nice. My neighbour who promised that he was going to be watching. So, hi, if you're watching. Hey, Helen, lovely to see you. Hey, Harry. Hey, Gary. And hey, Charlie. So yeah, they're like, is it sunny enough for me to put my clothes out on the washer line? I was like, don't really think it's going to be. I mean, it's still going to be cold, so it'd be good for it to get an airing, but I would just put it in the tumble dryer. So yeah, I'm lazy. I'm sorry. I mean, where I live, I'm in the top floor flat.
It'd be very warm.
In the penthouse. No, tell you what. When it's cold, it really is like annoyingly cold here. But the washing machines and stuff are all in like this outhouse kind of thing down the road, round the back of the building.
Oh, a little bit like the laundry room in Friends and in Will and Grace.
I don't really watch misogyny lot of programs, so yeah, I'm not too familiar with
They have
that
a separate
one.
laundry room.
Yeah, like in I guess in the Big Bang Theory, they've all got that laundry room downstairs. So we've got like a laundry shed with 2 washing machines and 2 tumble dryers, and then we fight to see who gets to use them. But I really don't like the idea. I think a lot of the skin problems that I've got for the last couple of years has been because of other people's detergents in the washing machine that I think I'm allergic to. That's the only thing I can kind of boil it down to. But yeah, other than that, yeah, it's fine. It's been a lovely, glorious, sunny day. I even took the blanket down from the window. That's how cold it is in my flat. I have a blanket up against the window because even with the windows shut, you can see the curtains kind of moving backwards and forwards with the wind. So I even took the blanket down to let some kind of sunshine and some natural warmth in. So.
Well, I had my top off on the allotment because it was warm. When you're in the sun, it was actually quite hot. And I had my saw because my fence posts, my fence panels, needed chopping up to fit in the right places.
They're tiny. We went through this last time.
They're very pretty. So I had to chop all these fence posts up to fit in. So that was lovely. And then what we did, we weeded, obviously. Mano put onions in, realising I think he's put them in too close. So they need to be at a certain space to grow. And then we ran out, we want more onions, and then we still had tons of space left. I'm like, we've put 80 red onions in and 80 white onions. How can there be more space in those small little gaps? So we have to go out and find more things to fill in those little gaps now, really. That's how exciting and paving, wood chip. I love wood chip.
Paving.
Grammar doesn't work really well.
One has to walk along the paving, darling. Paving. Stay on the paving.
It is in the country.
Marvin, stay on the paving.
I read my Horse and Hind magazine. So that's, and literally we spent all day on the allotment, which is lovely, and then thinking, what can we do now? Oh, let's go to Aldi, let's slum it, to go and get Mano's.
You take Mano to all the best places.
He had to walk all the way to Marks and Spencer's just to get some culture. So he couldn't have like treats and biscuits and stuff. I'm ill, so I'm allowed to have them.
He's not a dog, you know. He's like, oh, got to get these things. These chews are good for his teeth.
So it's carb free, and then because I said, well, you have your steak then. I'm going to have a McDonald's. So £15 worth of McDonald's is in my stomach right now. I'm starting to feel it a little bit, and so he's like, I hope you are putting weight on tomorrow, because he's really upset because I'm eating anything at the moment. Not as much as I usually do, but I eat everything. And I'm losing weight. I've lost, now I think we're on about £7 in February. So, should I go?
I was was remarking on your little COVID graph with your weight loss. So that was really, really good. It's impressive to see that. I think David said hello as well. So, hey, David. I don't know if I missed that.
Hello, Martin, as well.
I was chatting. Hello, Martin. Lovely to see. What has your day been? What have you done today? Did you enjoy the sun? Did you get your kit off like Jamie in the middle of a public space? I mean, come on. And then did he buy treats and snacks for his boyfriend? Because he was a good boy. Good boy, Mano.
And caramel slices.
Here's a treat. There we go. There we go. Do tricks. Turn around. Sit. Good boy. There we go. Now make a cup of tea.
Oh, he's gonna. I'll treat him with something tomorrow when we go back to the allotment, because we've got this weather for a week, I believe.
I think we've got weather just generally all the time.
Well, you speak for yourself. Very different in Whitley. In the nuclear fallout zone, it's very, very different. But so we want to hear about you. We want to hear about your week. What have you been doing? No, I know Sophie said you read about me taking my clothes off. It wasn't quite like that. But we'd like to know how your excitement. I did see. I'm just checking on my WhatsApp, which I haven't really checked all day. FOD group is like, I don't know. It's like something miraculous happened. There's like 100 messages. The last thing I saw was Martin drunk my wine, and he's still typing, so he's alive. That's quite handy, really. And this is grapes from the garden made from. He's on a 3-hour show. Really? Did you?
Oh, it was very good. I was listening to it because I was kind of sorting things out. I joined a little bit late, but I did join in time to hear them introduce a wonderful song by Colours and Fires. So that was really nice of them to purchase and download the music, because obviously it is available for purchase as well as
how much, Sophie? Don't surprise me.
I don't know. It's however much music is in the music of things. The same as a lot of other kind of local artists. There's lots of local artists from the LGBT community and allies as well. We're very supportive of allies. Helen, who's online, has also got some music, and if you want to, Helen, you can put your link to your music and share that with everybody, and then maybe
she's also got a lot of chin.
We can obviously we can also get you to join in on one of the quizzes in a few weeks' time, and we can showcase your music, play one of your videos. Gin, it's been like a gin kind of week. I'm not a fan of gin. Unfortunately, I don't like it at all. So I think that's more for you, basically.
Gin always reminds me of cat litter. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the gin or the tonic. There's something about it. It's like, oh, it's horrible.
I've never had a cat, so I don't know what cat litter smells like. Unless you go around smelling other people's cat litter. I don't know. I went through past you.
I went through the pup stage, didn't quite like it. Went through the cat stage, didn't like the pussy movement. Tried the budgie stage, but people didn't like me walk around going, and that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Talking about pups, Charlie said he's had a chill day today. He was talking to one of his pup friends, and what's the space at King's Meadow for Pride. I think that's dropping hints. Apart from that, mostly playing Xbox, and recently had Taco Bell. Other fast food outlets are obviously available. I know I mentioned McDonald's. I should have said that earlier. I do apologise. And Shane sends his love. We send all our love back to Shane.
Mwah.
I look like Morticia Adams when I do
yeah,
that.
It's yeah. I mean, with Reading Pride, I know I'm on the committee, and you probably want to get all the inside goss. Just watch this space. Well, not this. Do watch this space, but just keep an eye out on things as everything develops, because we're still trying to figure out what we're going to be able to do. So no secret announcements or slip-ups like it did with Zoe and Erica last week, and announced something they hadn't announced yet. So it was like, oh, okay, whoops. I won't be doing that.
So, what are your thoughts then? During Reading Pride, because we know a lot of prides have released their dates cautiously. How confident are you, personally, not from a pride perspective or a pride perspective, events being safe events this year?
I think there's a lot of opportunity for us to make sure that we do things in a safe way. I mean, I know you've heard me say this before. We've got collectively, I think we've got kind of like a social responsibility to make sure that we think about the safeguarding of everybody. I know that Reading Festival, one of the things that they announced was that they are very pleased that with the rapid testing, that's what's going to make the festival safe. So that kind of implies that you're going to have to be tested before you go into the festival area, which it's a bit of a slow queue to get into Reading Festival anyway. I've never been, but it's a bit of a slow queue to get in, and then you have to wait to be tested, every single person, and the cost of doing that is astronomical. The smaller prides like Reading, that additional cost, unless there's a company that wants to kind of donate all that things, the sheer cost of that and all the other kind of safeguardings that you have to do may make it an unviable option to be able to put on because it's going to cost too much. The bigger places like London is just. I know they have the big thing in Trafalgar Square that no one can ever get into, but it's just about London. Unfortunately, is just turned into being in the parade, and that's it. I think
really London is more the parade than anything, isn't it? Really, I know they do have Trafalgar Square, but I
love Brighton Pride. Brighton, I know, second to Reading, but Brighton is, really like one of my favourites that I've been to. I've performed there for the last couple of years when it was running, so that was obviously especially good, good thing for me. But they have said that it is going to be kind of different. I mean, that's basically like a Reading Pride, but scaled up like 200 times. It's like absolutely enormous. So I would imagine that they would have to do something similar from a testing kind of perspective. I don't know. I think it's too early. I'm really looking forward to it. I've got tickets for Brighton Pride because I bought them for the year before. I've still got to sort out where I'm going to stay. I'm hoping to do sort of like an Airbnb like I did the last time I went
have the campsite, but I can't see you on it.
Yeah. No, I much prefer being in a warm house. So I am really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to what we can make of it all and how we can make it safe. I think Trans Pride Brighton also have announced that they've kind of announcing the date, in a similar way to Reading announcing the date, but being cautious because they don't know what it is that they need to do in order to make things safe. And I think that's what we're all kind of like trying to figure out. So I know that a lot of them are saying kind of dates later on in the year because that gives them more opportunity to plan and more opportunity to figure things out. And, the other things, not just Prides, are being announced as well. Are You Listening Festival has announced that they're going to be, which is a Reading-based music festival, which is spread across multiple venues across the town centre. That's going to be on Saturday the 9th of October, which is brilliant for me because it's my birthday that day. So I'm really looking forward to that. And that's a different thing because obviously it's in smaller venues, so there's kind of like they've got other kind of things that then they need to kind of figure out. But even for them, it's going to be, there's going to be lots of things to help sort out. And I'm sure between kind of like the councils, like Reading Council for us here, the Arts and Culture Society as well, hopefully they're going to be given some guidance and things. So I think it's possible. I really hope it is possible. Really looking forward to it. But everybody has to remember that we just can't just have 20,000 people in a field without any kind of safeguarding. And I think that's the main thing to remember.
I think the two big issues for me is rapid testing has its place, but you got to remember that the virus has a few days incubation before it's going to be there to spread on. So you may do a rapid test on your arrival, wait your time to go in and show your test, but the next day you could then be contagious. And it's not just, you remember, everyone's going about the vaccinations. And everyone's got free will and choice whether to have those vaccinations. So the vaccinations don't stop you getting it. They just lessen the effect if you do. So how many people may not have had their vaccination at that time and get it and have complications from it? And the other issue I have is, obviously I was booked to go to Rewind and Brighton Pride last year. And they sold out tickets of both. Because we all booked, basically the year before. Now, the issue I've got there is they're now all selling tickets again, where they've already got a big allocation of tickets already sold, so they're not going to be restricting numbers, or they don't appear to be.
Yeah, I think that's the difference that I've noticed already with Brighton Pride, is because they said, look, they've already sold 20,000 tickets.
Yeah.
There are no more tickets to go on sale, but they're going to keep an eye on things, and if it's safe to, they're going to release another cohort of tickets. And I think one of the differences with Brighton is that everyone just descends onto Brighton. I know last year they were asking people not to. I didn't go, so I don't know whether, what it was like there. But that's the other thing. You can't. How do you control like hundreds of thousands of people that decide just to go there because it's a Pride weekend or it's a big kind of festival? So I think it's early days. I mean, don't forget the announcement was only was last week or the week before. It wasn't that long ago. We're all trying to figure it all out. We're all watching the numbers and hoping that it drops down and that everything starts to stabilise. I'm waiting patiently in the queue. I don't have any privilege cards to flash up to try and get anything sooner, and I will have, when it's my turn. I'll have my injection, and I just hope that everybody else takes it up as well, because that's the thing that's going to kind of really turn the tide. So fingers crossed, a very, very positive fingers crossed. It's like this kind of ray of light at the end of the rainbow. We can see that there is the pot of gold, that we're all going to be celebrating Pride again, and that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I've got my hopes for.
So we've got a few people have sent messages. Paul Hart, good evening guys. Please excuse my lateness. Had a few issues to sort out this evening. You're excused, Paul. Thank you very much for sharing this evening with us. Lorna's here. Hola guapos. I think I pronounced that in, I don't know what language. That doesn't say guapo. Hola guapos is...
it's hello beautiful.
Yes, guapo. I'm guapo. So how you spell? I work for a Spanish company. I thought you might have meant guppies. We both look like fish.
Well, you work for a Spanish company, and both
can't understand what was going on there.
And my family origins are from Gibraltar, so there we go. And I can barely speak a word.
You get monkeys, I don't get anything. It's like
because you are a monkey, that's why.
Oh, take that back! I'm a cuddly toy.
Monkey.
Lorraine's in the house. Hi, Lorraine. Long time no speak. Nice to see you there. Charlie is saying as well, as part of the conversation we were having about festivals, and there are people who could be carriers, absolutely. So I'm a little cautious about the events because I'm ill. I've been ill for most of the year, and from result of having potentially COVID last January. So I worry about my health. I think we all should be worrying about health a little bit more, especially if you live near me in Whitley, because there's an order that says stay at home. No one was staying at home today, driving here, there and everywhere. The traffic around. And then have you heard it over your end of everything? The number of motorbikes whizzing about. Did you see that?
No, there was a couple on the way to Sainsbury's. There was just driving along the Bath Road. There was a few motorcyclists, but there's normally a few more. I saw a lot more cyclists. I was standing outside the flat having a cigarette before coming up and starting the show with you.
Other vices are available.
And there was a group of young kids on bicycles all cycling around together. Not only were they clearly not from the same household, they didn't even have any lights on their bike either. I mean, so it's kind of like, right,
at least have fairy lights.
How many laws do you want to break? So it's kind of like, I think that's a thing. When the weather starts coming out, I think some people kind of forget. I just hope that we've just got to be patient and just hang in there just for a little bit more. Hey, Amy.
Yes. Hi, Amy. Good to see you, my darling. And Harry's saying Bonita also means beautiful too. In the world of Madonna, I can't remember the song now. Something Bonita, Isla Bonita, but Chubba Chub.
Chubba Chub. Chubba Chub is the
my
famous
gay points
lyrics,
have gone. La Isla Bonita or something.
So no, all of Madonna's songs started off with Chubba Chub. Before
it's how you write a song.
It is how you write a chub 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 chubbed for the very first time.
Precisely. You can get these on Radio F.O.D.
No, exactly. And then eventually all the lyrics kind of fall in. Like, oh, not like
easy
chub
to
chub.
mix as well with chub chub chub.
Yes, I know. Chubby chub, chubby chub, chub chub.
Yes.
So give
Hopefully
me your...
I'll get less chubby, but there we go.
I want to hear your favourite Chubba Chub songs that you think that we should be doing as well. There we go. But no Kate Bush style kind of dance.
No,
Either.
band of pod. Darren says, if you drive on A6 towards Manchester or Buxton, always busy there these days. So it's not as packed as buses, trains, depends time, rush hour. I think people have just forgotten we're meant to be staying at home. I think. Really.
But isn't it weird though? I mean, Darren, you're saying though. I mean, I can't remember. I think it is the M62. I can't remember. There's the road that you go from Chester to go back into Manchester town centre. When I used to work up that way. And it just used to be that anything from about like 3:30 onwards, it was just basically turned into a car park, a bit like the IDR in
Yes.
Reading or the M25 and what have you. And I think lots of people are going to be shocked by that when all the population starts going off on their travels and whatever again. It's like, oh, this is what the roads used to be like when it was...
Yes. No one
it was
travels to
busy.
Cornwall when I go to Cornwall because it's a long way, and I know here you have to queue to get in. Not doing that. So I can't. I haven't got enough albums of Chubba in them.
But there's 4 lanes, isn't there? Because then you can 4Q as you go to Cornwall.
4 lanes. I'm sure there's a joke you're trying to do here, and I'm not getting it.
You've missed it. It's already gone over your head. Don't worry.
Yes.
It's already gone. It's already gone.
Amy says, Chubba Chups, other lollipops are available. You lot, send us song suggestions with Chubba Chubbing, or Chub. And the funniest one won't get a prize, because we haven't got any to give away. Charlie says, trains aren't that busy, to be honest. Maximum amount of people I've seen on there is 68. Very precise, 68.
I was going to say how...
Minimum is 2.
How bored were you? I was like, oh yeah, I was about 60. No, there was 68. I have to count them. If you've got
Don't
a
move,
little
I'm
clicker.
counting.
No, but I think Charlie has actually got to count them as you go through because you've got the
Really?
little kind of thumb wrestling
Like
game
counting
that you've got to
sheep.
play. Yes, no, but then you would fall asleep. Well, you shouldn't really be doing that, should you?
Push me trolley down the middle of the carriage. Oh, didn't mean to snort like a pig then.
I was going to say.
Other farm animals are available. My duck's still here. I didn't even get in the bath with him last night. I was upset. Yeah.
Oh, ducky.
Oh, do you know what I did do last night? While you lot were at the virtual party and I was suffering in bed, with me cup of tea, Melanie did bring me a cup of tea in bed, it was lovely. I thought, I'll watch this horror movie, that'll make me fall asleep. And it was about the renting or the rental or the apartment block, it was something like that. And I thought, oh, this sounds interesting. But I misread the description. So there's me watching this thinking it was a bit of an odd horror movie, really. Not many scary things. I think she toasted something and it burnt. And I thought, well, that must be it. That must be the scare. And it turned out to be just a film about some couples who are renting an apartment. And I watched it for an hour and a half waiting for a murder or a ghost or something. And their lease came up. That was it. That was the ending.
Oh, well, there we go. I decided that so after I packed away all my shopping, I thought, right, I need to have something like quick and easy to cook. So I bought myself a pizza, and I bought some additional pepperoni to put on top of the pizza.
Oh, you're fussy like that, are you?
Hey, Lauren. I thought, yeah, why not? Treat myself. You know, sun's out. Have an extra bit of pepperoni on your pizza. So I popped it into the oven, cooked it all nicely and what have you. Sat down. Other crap films are available, and I sat down, got the pizza on a plate, on the tray, on my lap. And I'm watching the television and I flick on through, I think it was the Harley Quinn's new movie is on Sky Cinema. Other channels are available. Other films are available. And I started watching
Harley Quinns are a drag act, aren't they? Or they were in not the 80s.
No, yeah, it's a DC film, so it's bound to be rubbish. That'll set the cat amongst the pigeons. So it's a DC film, therefore it's going to be rubbish, unless it's Wonder Woman. So that's not so bad because she's pretty damn fit. I like her. So I started watching this, and it got up to the point, I think it's Ewan McGregor that's in the film, and he just starts cutting off, or one of his henchmen starts cutting off people's faces, the skin off their face, whilst I'm having a pizza, and I'm like, oh no. So I swapped it over and watched a different program. Thank you, Helen. I'm glad it's not just me. DC films are crap. Apart from
What
Wonder
is
Woman.
DC? Is it like Washington?
I just can't believe, like, Marvel is a thing
Marvel's
of
a comic. I know that.
and DC is the comic that has Batman and Superman and.
I just thought they were on TV.
No, it's a different comic franchise or whatever. They're not franchise. Franchise is the wrong word. But heritage. And obviously, because Harley Quinn is was the girlfriend of the Joker, so it was all part of the DC kind of franchise.
Oh, it's very
And Harley
confusing.
Quinn
Because Darren only knows rugby
split up.
Harlequins.
So yeah, no, I got as far as the pizza faces whilst I was eating pizza, and I thought, I'm not watching that. And then I switched it over, and I haven't watched anything more from there.
Oh, I obviously don't get out enough to know these things. Paul Hart says, talking of rubbish films, has your DVD arrived yet, Jamie from Monday? Do you know what? It has. It's sat in my study. I don't know why I opened the envelope up there rather than downstairs. So I will be watching Kill Keith at some point this weekend, which is about Keith Chegwin. I think we just got enamoured by the advert that we had in the quiz. The advert is not actually on the DVD cover. So I look forward to that. Helen says, Marvel all the way. It's like Jingle Bells all the way.
Yes! Helen, have you watched the last of, the last one, not the very last one, but yesterday's WandaVision? What do you think? Interested to know. Anyone, have you watched WandaVision? How are you getting on with it? What do you think? And I'm sure, Jamie, you're going to come up with a joke about something to do with WandaVision.
No, I've got no idea. I've not even got to episode 2 of Rent-A-Ghost yet, so I'm a bit behind.
Oh my goodness, I used to remember that programme. They used to squeeze their nose and then
Just pop
disappear.
off.
I used to love that.
Timothy Claypole. I look a bit like Timothy Claypole. It's really annoying. But
That's brilliant. No, yeah, so obviously, because we were chatting a while back about The Mandalorian, and you were kind of going off about how you thought it reminded you of something else, which I absolutely think is brilliant. It's a shame that I'm going to get her name wrong as well, because she's really fit, but it's a shame she's been sacked for some things that she said. I can't remember her name now, but she plays the really fit girl in Mandalorian.
Sherry Houston.
She's an ex-wrestler as well.
Well, maybe not Sherry Houston, then.
She said some naughty things, and then they sacked her, basically. But yeah, tell us what you think about. Okay, so I was just reading Helen's thing. First 2 episodes. The thing with WandaVision, it's a very slow reveal. It seems it's a bit confusing. There's kind of like what's going on, but then as it starts going through, they could well have done it a little bit faster, I think. So I don't know whether they just dragged it out because it's like in episode format. But I think, if you kind of, I hate it when people say to me, "Oh, if you persevere, it gets really, really good." The Daleks from Doctor Who. When
Who
I was
is
a kid,
he?
I used to scare behind. I used to
In the last
hide.
series? No. They were not scary.
Oh, they were.
I have a Dalek up in the attic.
Is that the ones with like? Oh no, these are not the original formula for robots. They're for Daleks. Therefore, they're not proper Daleks. They're not pure blood Daleks. So they all have to be killed.
Who are you talking to?
I'm not a fan of Doctor Who at all. I used to enjoy it when I was little, but I used to hide behind the sofa because I used to get too scared by it all.
I am a Doctor Who fanatic. What has annoyed me about Doctor Who is that everyone knew I was a Doctor Who fanatic. So every birthday and Christmas, it would be like a Dalek mug or it would be a DVD set. This is only go back like 5 or 6 years. So I literally have, most people go to my garage and look at the motorbikes. But they miss the fact that on the wall is shelves and shelves of Doctor Who VHS collection. Every VHS video available because I went a bit mad. Can't wait to sell it because it'd be worth a bit of money at some point. But I need to sell my roof box.
It's not something you can play these days because most of the VHS players that are still around don't work anymore.
Well, I think most people that would have them...
Did you win a prize? You've won another prize. What are you winning? What are you playing? You played a little game there.
No, I got. How do you know I got something through?
Because I could hear the bing.
Oh, I didn't hear anything. I just felt it. I got... You've reached your daily move goal for the 365th time. Can I show that on the camera? There you go, Mano. That's what you need to lose weight. Oh, that's a fist. No, don't
other ways of
there we go.
losing weight
they sent me a ring.
Available. Oh my goodness. There we go. So so we know what the J plan is going to be for the diet weight loss. Is just going to be based off of fisting by the sounds of it. Well, there we go.
Ooh, exterminate.
Moving swiftly on. What's the plan for today's show, Jamie? Because you're driving, so you're in charge of everything. So
we've only got about 20 minutes left.
What are we doing today?
Absolutely nothing. But no, this is all about engagement. So we want you now. I tried this last night because it just shows you I run out of ideas. We want you to ask us questions. And we cannot tell any lies. Well, Sophie never lies anyway. I can tell a fib because that's allowed because I'm a drag queen. Well, it is. It's in the book. Page 47, I believe. Section 2. So please send us a message with your questions to ask us as we're filling in. As it is my turn to drive the show, I don't normally do the games. Sophie does the games.
We used to do games every time.
I started them off, didn't I?
You used to invite somebody who would basically challenge me. So, but next week, trust me, there will be a game next week. I've got 2 wonderful contestants that have agreed to join in, and they're will be showcasing the things that they do. I've got a little trailer for one of them. I'm going to try and get a little video from the other person. So what we want, as the same way as Brendan and Martin said in their radio show today, which was really good. You should listen to it if you haven't been listening to it, as well as Gary's radio show on Thursday. We want it to be kind of like showcasing local artists, local talent. Doesn't matter what it is that you do, whether you sing, that you write, or perform, or something. We want to be kind of showcasing yourselves. The other thing, whilst we're on here, whilst we're waiting for questions, I've got a question for you. Because I know I saw Lorna was Lorna Mercado was on saying hello earlier. Thank you, Pauline. Because we had the Support You program that was on Thursday.
Sofa Talks.
Sofa Talks, not Sophie Talks. That's different. Don't get confused with that one.
I got a list I never knew I had. Sorry,
that's not Sophie. Sofa Talks was really interesting. There's lots of great topics of conversation all around kind of what it was like to be in the LGBTQ scene back in the day.
Still here.
Lots of wonderful stories. So and I know that there are more of the Sofa Talks planned for the future. So it's brilliant that you were able to do that, and that just showcases as well for us what we can do as a charity, like the F.O.D charity, as to how we can help you have give you your space, give you your show to do things. So working with other charities to give them a platform so they can be more vocal. So it was really good to see. Really thrilled that was able to take place, and it was absolutely wonderful to watch and comment and see the engagement. So yeah, very very well done.
And as we all know, it's never easy to do it, but she did it successfully. You would never have known it was Lorna's first time, so that was amazing. Amy says, does Jamie have a beard for his name? Have a name for his beard? Yes, this is Barbara. Barbara Beard. So that's her name this week.
Beardy McBeardface.
Yeah, I'm not a boat. The arse might be the size of one, but that's about it. Charlie's asked us, are you guys going to be walking in Reading Pride, Club F.O.D? As me and Shane would love to join you. If there's a parade, Club F.O.D did do a walking... Actually, it was the largest part of the walking parade last year because everyone was because we were the community group for the member of the community, everyone was invited to come and join us. And I think Reading Pride was directing people to us as well. So that was really nice. Obviously, we have to wait to see if there's a parade this year. If I had my way, we'd have a circus. We'd have loads of stuff, but it's not going to happen this year. So we'll let you know as soon as we know. Amy says, I used Smile Amazon this week for the first time. Other online stores are not available. I like your style there, lady. I didn't realise how... The money... We got our first cheque from Smile Amazon during the week, or first... email to say there's money coming through, and I realised that apart from the FOD uncles, knowing how much I've spent on Amazon over the last period, how much I've raised just by shopping. So, and you can do that as well. I know other charities do Smile here in Reading, but Club F.O.D doesn't have a lot of grants and stuff. So if you do buy anything on Amazon, remember, smile.amazon.co.uk and choose Club F.O.D as your nominated charity and make shopping fun. That's all I can say. Lorna says, I've booked in the team for 6 talks coming up. Oh, she's organised.
Oh, nice. That's really good. That's fantastic.
Shaming us, Lorna. Shaming us.
No, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
We got a plan per week though, so and we can barely get up in the morning. As you heard, Sophie didn't get dressed till 1 today.
Yeah, I am working during the week, like every single day, and end up being exhausted.
Right.
So that's,
I got a new boss starting Monday. That'd be exciting. Didn't know I was going to get a new boss, but there we go. The fun and joys of life-changing moments.
Are we allowed to say that? Are you pleased about that because you weren't really that enamoured by your last boss? I'm not sure. Am I allowed to ask you that?
No, I mean my boss is my boss. You know, I report to an MD, but now I have someone in between me and an MD, which.
Okay, so you're reporting to one of the in-betweeners. Which one is it?
I don't know. I don't watch the show. But. So yeah, it's all very odd. Thrown at us Friday, so we shall find out. Here goes Lorna saying, I hope you're ready for the kids' takeover of America.
Well,
America.
Well, no, if there's going to be like a kids' takeover, I think that's something that we could do in the future. I think that's a really good idea. But we'll have to plan that. So yes, that would be really exciting to be able to see more people kind of taking part. You can also participate in our SaturGAY live show. You can be a contestant. You can dial in and we can bring you onto the screen. We can have a chat with you. So all those kind of different things. I've got, as I say, I've got contestants already kind of booked for when I'm driving next week. Because I enjoy the game show segment, so we're going to make sure that we've got a game show segment on for next week. Although I'm getting to the point where I'm running out of games to do, so I might start.
I'll send you some
recycling man. No, I don't want to do the electronic ones. I want to do the physical games. But yeah, so there's all those kind of stuff to look forward. So that's really, really good.
So I'm sorry, I do apologise. I'm just looking for the correct, what's the word? The correct overlay to display when it's our turn, because I realise what I had from last time may not be the most up-to-date one, but we'll find out when we're closer to closing time.
It's all right. We've still got another half an hour yet. We've got loads of time.
You speak for yourself. Don't forget tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the virtual party by F.O.D opens at 9 o'clock. Every Friday and every Saturday, we put together, we know we can't meet up with people physically, so we put a Zoom club together. It's up to you whether you get up and dance or drink, and many do. And the link should be in the description. So if you have Zoom, very easy. All you got to do is click the link, and you'll be let into the secret club. Not that secret because we've given you the link.
It's not a secret club. It's open. It's open to everybody. We actually we now have Radio F.O.D kind of piping in, playing in the background, so that's quite cool. And we have lots of laughs and what have you in there. So it's really, really, really good.
You sound like Lorraine Kelly there. Really, really good.
Oh,
really,
we have
really
lower laughs. We have lower laughs.
That was Scylla.
Thank you, Darren. I did see it kind of go across, but I was chatting and then I was looking at the... my camera's decided to freeze. Oh, we've caught up again. There we go. So, yeah. So,
one of those moments.
No, I know. So, Jamie... tell me a little bit about this thing that's up here. What's all this about?
Well, I can tell you that it's not a sausage. If anyone was confused, it looked like a little pink and black sausage. Above Sophie, which she will gesticulate or gesture. There's a word, can't find it, but I'll use it. This is our total or our current total for the Fund of Diversity for February. So every month we have set a target to try and raise some money which gets donated to local projects, charities and causes. And the Fund of Diversity, I think it stands currently about £1,500. And this month we're aiming to raise 150. We've only got 22 hours left to do that. Not sure it's going to happen. But if you do really want to contribute, it doesn't matter how big or how small, anything you can make a difference, here is the address to go to www.SaturGAY.co.uk. You'll think the website is rubbish. It really is. It hasn't been updated for a very long time. But the link there to make a donation is on that page. One day I'll actually finish building the website. But everything you generously give does really make a huge difference. And I'll tell you what, let's find out from the F.O.D uncles exactly how you can help us decide where that money goes. F.O.D uncles, over to you.
What do you reckon the theme's going to be when the pubs reopen?
I think we've got a bit of time to talk about that. In the meantime, we need to talk to these good people.
Oh, sorry. Hello, we are the F.O.D uncles from Club F.O.D. We are an LGBT plus charity based in Reading.
As a charity, we raise funds and periodically give grants to groups who support our charity's aims. As a charity, we want our community to come up with suggestions as to who our grants go to, and at the moment we have funds which are available to issue as grants.
As part of our community, do you know of any individual, group, business, organisation or company that actively support the LGBT plus community that you feel could benefit from our support?
Please have a think about this and contact us. We really do want you to get in touch, so please email us at
funds@f-d.co.uk. That is funds@f-o-d.co.uk, all lowercase, and give us a brief reason why you feel Club F.O.D could help.
And also please include contact details for your nomination.
Thank you in advance.
Martin.
Brendan. Thank you. Cheers.
Oh, look, that was the F.O.D uncles in Crossroads. They're telling you how you can help make a difference, not just through your generous donations when you do spend a penny. No, that doesn't sound right. Spend a penny.
When you do.
I'm ad-libbing. I'm not using the script.
Chubba chub.
Someone write that song for me. Chubba chub chub chub. But not only can you support by helping us raise money, but you can also suggest where that money goes to as well. I could have just said that and we got there so much quicker.
No, but then we wouldn't have had the glorious fuduncles telling us exactly everything about it. It's a really important message. So, thank you for everybody that has donated. But please, we want to have those places suggested that we can then start telling you where the money's going. We don't like it just being sat in a virtual shelf somewhere. We want to be able to support the charities. It's the whole thing about FOD is that it's for the community, by the community. So we want to help the community with your ideas from the community. So there's those things that
we need. Thank you, Amy. Very kind. I always feel like we're begging on a telephone, and we don't mean to come across like that. But Amy,
you're gonna have
thank you so much.
You're going to have to turn the sound down on that widget because that was so
I'm deaf,
loud.
so it doesn't really matter to me.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, yes. Oh, that's fantastic. So, yes, we do need all that kind of information and what have you. So that's really, really good. So, it's what have you been up to? What other questions? We've asked if there was any questions that you want to ask us, and we will answer them as best as we can. I can't reveal any secrets about things that are not announced yet, so you can't ask me about those. But
I've run out of wine, so anything could happen for wine.
Well, see, I've planned ahead because not only do I have my beer with me, but I've also got a little secondary shelf where I've put another couple of cans, which I've already onto my second one. So, yes, but the rookie mistake that I made was I bought so much food that there wasn't any room in the fridge for my beer. So it was like, okay.
I get very frustrated with that. I have obviously got my 58 bottles of beer that I've made in the garage. So next Saturday, you'll get to see me try one of those beer. Could be a disaster waiting to happen.
Oh, goodness me. It's going to be a very long game of 58 bottle of beers sitting on Jamie's wall.
Paul, thank you very much for making Sophie jump and for your donation.
So much.
Yes.
Yeah. How many bottles did you say? 58 bottles of beer sitting on Jamie's wall. And if
Sophie's
Jamie
new
wants
song.
to drink one, and Mano has a cup of tea.
I do love me tea.
57 bottles of Jamie's beer sitting on Jamie's wall.
Or my verse, chubby chub 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 chub, chubby chub 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 chub. There we go, that's all I know.
Followed by do with the backing chant of do 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 do.
Yeah, so thank you, Paul, for your donation as well. I'm very proud to be involved with Club F.O.D. Well, I'm the CEO, so I can't really say I have more than involved, but because we do get to see where the support is funneled into the community. Let me let you into a secret. F.O.D. was never meant to be about what we're doing now. F.O.D. was literally just about having regular, dedicated LGBT nights in the community, and it started off almost 2 years ago in a couple of months, and somehow in that time we've raised, I think, nearly £4,000 for charities, being one of the largest donations to the Memorial Fund for James and David. We've raised not huge amounts, but Support Youth received some money, Reading Pride received money, Thames Valley Positive Support received money, and now it's our turn again to start making those funds available for other, and they don't have to be registered charities as well. They could be people who are doing a good cause that need a little bit of support. They might need some resources. Anything we can do to make a difference in our community is all the better as far as I'm concerned. So, Sophie.
Yes, wonderful. Yes, I love that. I do that to you. I do that to you when I go on an event and I go, thank you, Jamie. It's kind of like deflection tennis and what have you.
Other balls are available. Shuttlecock. Is tennis shuttlecock or ball?
Tennis is balls, darling.
Okay. I
Badminton
get confused.
badminton is
I'm
badminton
too
is a
sporty.
shuttlecock. Yes. Oh my goodness. What else have we all been up to? So yeah, we're completely thrown because we don't have the game. It's fine. I mean, I never know. Neither of us really quite know what the show's going to be like. There's no script. It's just whatever we just kind of end up talking about and whatever we end up doing. You have a script. Where's my script? But
It's pages long.
the weather
the
was so nice today that I thought I'd do myself like a good deed, and I was helping out a neighbour, and I took the neighbour's dog for a walk by the River Thames. It was absolutely beautiful with the lovely weather, all the sun coming down and what have you. But the problem was that all the ducks just kept on trying to run up and peck the dog, which was so frustrating, and I couldn't understand it. But then I realised it's like, of course, it makes sense. It was a purebred.
Oh, I can hear the applause in Burfield.
I was going to say, at least I've got my sound. When I'm driving, I've got sound effects and what have you. It was a purebred. Ah, brilliant.
So you sound of that anger. And as Brendan Trusty saying there, if you want to say where the money goes, please message us. But we've done the begging bowl. We felt a bit like Oliver Twist. Please, sir, we want some more. But. No idea what I was going to say after the but it just sounded dramatic, so I thought I'd do it.
But chubba chub.
Yes,
chubba chub.
Available to download from iTunes next month. Do you know what? I write a song about chubs. Chubba chub. Let's see what happens. So, if I say but also, it doesn't really lead anywhere when I do it. So, Sophie, what's your plan for the coming week? Have you got anything exciting?
I've got so actually a possibly exciting delivery arriving tomorrow.
I need to know.
Because I mean, I like to buy things. I like to buy things that are going to be useful. And the first thing, which doesn't sound too particularly kind of interesting, is a couple of speaker stands. So I'm using a couple of Behringer 50-watt speakers as my kind of monitors, like my studio monitors, when I'm recording music. They're not proper studio monitor speakers. I haven't they cost a ridiculous amount of money. But I thought at least I'd buy some stands to get them off of the floor. So they're going to be kind of like high up, which is nice. And the other thing, which is even more exciting, probably only for me and possibly Helen as well, and David. I'm not quite sure who else would be excited by it as well. But I've bought an Aston Halo.
Is that like a car?
No, so Aston is a manufacturer of microphones, and it's a vocal reflective. It's like basically it's a vocal booth. So when you're recording vocals, you have to have special kind of reflective things around you to capture and make sure the sound doesn't kind of bounce off. It's the Aston Halo, and it basically surrounds the mic. It's not going to show it very well. That's the mic, so it goes around the mic. So you're basically kind of like singing into effectively like a little cave, and it just enhances the quality of the audio that you're recording. To give a much more of a, it's like you're in an actual recording, a vocal booth, a recording room, and that's going to be arriving tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to that. Of course, it's bright purple, which is brilliant. So that's fantastic. So I'm hoping, because I was the last weekend, I was trying to record on the Sunday. I was trying to record one of my one of my songs. I don't have the money all the time, or we can't go into recording studios at the moment. So I've turned my flat into a studio for broadcasting. I can turn my flat into a studio for vocals, but it's not an acoustically prepared room. It's got the kitchen, it's got all the other kind of bits and pieces. So like your radio room, you've got those red and black tiles, you've got those panels which help kind of bounce off of the sound of the walls. Basically, it's one of those, but you can basically just sort of put your head right up to it, and then it enhances the sound. So there we go. I've got a portable vocal booth that's arriving tomorrow. You did ask, so there we go.
And I've got nothing coming. Oh no, I've got 4 cartons of cigarettes coming from Amsterdam. I think that's.
Have you not ordered any more sweets and snacks for Mano? Good boy. Have some more sweets and snacks.
No, because now he's on a carb-free diet. I get it all.
Stay. There we go. Good boy.
Charlie says, when the pubs are back open, can we have a Club F.O.D karaoke night? We can't, because the Blagway actually already do a karaoke night, and I'm the host. Well, I was the host before lockdown. Whether I am still, I don't know. So karaoke will be coming back, so we'll find out.
But be careful with karaoke. One of the things about karaoke is that we'll probably have to change the way all those things are done because of the
bad singing. So I'm glad I'm deaf.
But everyone's basically spitting into the microphones. I mean, even before COVID, whenever I was performing at a venue, I always take my own microphone because I don't want somebody else's germs from the microphone. So
and I take an umbrella.
So I know you can sanitize and that, but microphones don't like being sanitized. They scream and go, "Get off! Get off! Get off!" No, it doesn't do them any good. But you can get like foam covers and stuff and what have you. So
I do
there
have
are things that we can do. So fingers crossed, karaoke will come back, but it probably will be slightly different, I would imagine. There's a lot more safeguards that have to take place.
And we did actually intend originally a year ago when I made the announcement that we knew we were going into lockdown. FOD was going to do something every week for people. We did look at doing a COVID-okie night, but the logistics wasn't great because of latency. It would mean playing a song and then you just sing along with it at home. You wouldn't sing. People like karaoke because actually they're like, a bit of ego, but shut up. So it wouldn't necessarily work. But there are opportunities. Then again, we've managed to get bingo working, so who knows? Anything is possible.
Yeah, latency.
Literally in 4 months.
Yeah, latency is a problem. There isn't anything at the moment. Although I know that a friend of mine who's actually going to be on the show next week, one of the things that they do is that they do something which is called Twitch Sings. So it's a feature within Twitch, which is one of the places that we also broadcast out to, which is like a karaoke thing, but you're basically just doing against the machine. So basically, you're the only one that's singing, but then somebody else can do a duet with you because they're singing along something that's already been pre-recorded from one of your earlier streams. So it's not the same thing at all. So virtual online karaoke isn't really possible unless it's just one big massive sing-along of FOD night, and then musicals. Basically, we could. I've seen it done where. Well, they do. There's a friend of mine up in Hebden Bridge that does it as part of the Hebden Valley Pride. All the kind of stuff that they do up there, and they have
Hebden Bridge, love it.
Hebden Bridge, the Valley Pride team up there, they have a massive Zoom call, and they've got some people that are really, really super good, much better than the likes of me, that can basically play any song on the piano or any kind of instrument. So they're basically playing it, and everybody else is at home is on mute. But then there's one person who kind of periodically just unmutes kind of individual kind of people, and then they're joining, because when you've got like 2 or 3 that are singing along at the same time, it's kind of okay. When you've got loads of people, then it doesn't really work. So I've seen it like that, and that's a really, really fun night, but it takes a lot of planning and a lot of organising. I'm not able to try and sort that out.
Maybe we'll just try doing a sing-along one night, or a little segment sing-along to see how it works. Yes. Or maybe
Well,
not,
if you
I
want,
don't know.
not if you want me to sing along.
Oh, if I find something we know. We do
Chubba
my old
chubby.
man's chub chub
Chub,
chub.
chubba chub, chubba chub, and do, da 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 is all I want to say to you.
And all Darren wants to say is colourful umbrella, I hope, and yes, Kerry, do you agree? Yes, social distance got to be what it is. It's we're going to have a safe space. It literally has to be safe in every sense of the word. I got something for you. One time I farted so long, I was surprised that my butt cheek didn't have to stop and catch its breath. And then the interviewer said, and can you give me a weakness? That's a mum joke. I'll do my own applause. Here we go. Other sing-alongs.
No,
and
the
jokes
thing
are
is,
available.
right? Like the
way you
thing is,
tell 'em.
though. No, I know, but the thing is, though. Well, I mean, I know, and I love it. I think it's brilliant. Everyone takes the mickey out of me because I've got such an incredible sense of humour. Everyone just thinks my jokes are hilarious, and they're actually just jealous of the fact that they can't think of anything funny to say. So I do end up kind of like being the kind of like the brunt of their jokes, and there's like Sophie's mum jokes, which I think is brilliant. I love that. I think it's fantastic, and they're like, "Oh, that's another joke for your joke book and what have you." But Jamie, that was appalling. I mean, that doesn't even kind of get anywhere near that, you know.
It sounded good in my head.
It's oh dear, fair enough. Well, there we go.
Shall I let you know what's
but
happening
that's fine.
for the next week, Sophie? Do I dig my
yes,
hole and get
do.
out of it?
Yeah, whilst
go.
I'm going slightly pixelated, yes, please do.
Here we go. This is what's happening up with Club F.O.D, F.O.D TV and Radio F.O.D over the next 7 days. See, I told you, it's not the same screen that I wanted.
No, that's the different one. That's the wrong one.
No, it's the only one that seems to be here. I can't get to the one I do want, which is... Give me one... Oh, no, it means going into another screen, which I don't
So
really
I'm just
want
trying to
do.
pretend that the thing's still not working very well. Everyone's like, what's she doing? She's going crazy.
I'll fill in the gaps on this sheet. Here we go. Monday, the FOD quiz night returns at 8 p.m. All you have to do is join the event that's listed on the Facebook group. It's free to play, but then there's no pay. It's about connecting and proving that you have the brain of the evening. On Wednesday, the weekly Woof returns at 8 p.m. It's the local pups talking about all things kink. Remember, parental guidance necessary due to some of the nature of the topics of conversation. On Thursday, I believe, or I could not believe, that Gary is back with his All Pleasure on Radio F.O.D. On Friday, 6 to 8, the Fun Uncles are doing the radio show, Radio F.O.D. 8 p.m, I'll be back with Wake's Week. That's on FOD TV, 8 p.m. Saturday at 6 p.m. through to 8. Again, the Fun Uncles warm up to SaturGAY Live, where myself and Sophie come back at 8 p.m. till probably 10 that night. Sophie will let us know what time that finishes. It's a games night. Sophie's driving. And both Friday nights and Saturday nights are always followed by Club F.O.D's virtual club night. The Zoom rooms are there and in the descriptions to join in. And remember this very important message. It's very exciting. We want you to be part of the lockdown listings. We're looking for live streamed and pre-recorded LGBT plus content to entertain people at home. We'll provide all of the technical support as we did this week with Support You. All you have to do is send us a message, and if it's not necessary to the pages, you can contact myself or Sophie. That is no problem. So slight mishap there with the wrong overlay. There is a new overlay. I used it last night but can't find it.
No, I know, but you need to send me that overlay so that I've got it for next week when I'm driving. It could be a slightly longer show next week because obviously with the two guests that we've got on, I want to spend a little bit of time talking to them about the things that they've been doing. not just within lockdown, but some of the things that I've been doing as well. So we are going to have a game. So the game is coming back for next week. And it will be a variation of one of the ones that I've done before. I'm kind of playing around with the scene kind of set up and things. So we've got some stuff to play alongside. And I just want to reiterate that piece that was on there, on that Jamie was saying on the bottom on there, that, you know, you can provide content. Even if it's just 5 minutes of maybe you've got a question that you just want everyone to engage with everybody. Maybe there's just like take 5 minutes out of your day and just record yourself and something about a point of view that you have. You know, we send them through to us, and maybe that's something that we can kind of provoke some of the conversation with there. If you've got a piece of written work that you've done that you want to share, then read it out to us, and we'll play it for you. If you've got some music that you've written or a piece of artwork that you've done, you know, send us pictures, send us the sounds, and we will put them out, and we'll talk about them. So we want to get the content from you so that we can really live up to that kind of slogan, which is for the community, by the community. It's, you know, it's not just through the kind of F.O.D. committee, F.O.D. committee, it's from all of you. So please engage with us. This is kind of like your opportunity to get involved, and we really would love to see you involved. We really do. It's got to be better than just watching the two of us rabbit on for like
chop.
an hour and a little bit, even without a game.
Yes, but we'll put you out of your misery now, because it is coming up to 9:15. We know you're dying to get to that virtual party that we've established. Remember,
I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Literally so much fun. Everybody, it would be so lovely to see you in there. It's open to everyone. Everyone is welcome. You're always welcome.
Which, of course, I may see you there. As everyone know, I'm not well. Last night, I didn't actually meant to show my face, but I thought, straight to bed. Because all this is put on. Because literally the camera goes off. Well, Sophie will tell me beforehand, I'm like, still feeling rubbish. But the camera goes, hi. So pathetic, but there we go.
No, I know, and even before, I'd even forgot to kind of say that, unfortunately, my tiny little violin, I've left in somewhere, so I haven't, and I've looked at it
fell in your beer can.
I haven't even got any forks to give either. All my forks are in the drawer. I haven't got any.
I only carry a fork with me with my knife in case I pop along someone's cheesecake. It's only I have it for. Anyway,
yeah, because you like everything is cheesy with you, so it's fine.
Just cheesecake, darling. Cheesecake is life. Thank you for watching this evening. On behalf of myself, Jamie Wake, and
Sophie from Colours and Fires. Did we do it right? Did we get it right?
We'll get it. Well, no one knows.
I
told Donna during the week. Doesn't matter. No one knows what you're going to say. So nothing's ever a mistake. Remember this. Remember you are unique. You remember you are special. Remember you are fabulous. Remember, spread the love. Don't spread the germs. And we will see you, some of you, in a few moments in the virtual party. If not, we'll see you next week. And all I say is God night. And God bless. Time for your crazy dance now. Here we
go. Get ready to dance. You've all got to dance as well. Everyone dance at home too. You ready?
3,
Here we go.
2, 1.